What's happening, the peeps? The quest continues. Yeah? Which level are you on? Green, orange, red? How's it been the past week or so? My guys, today I'm just going to share a quick one. I'm going to talk about the trap of personal development and self-development. So many guys are on this quest, like me, like you, from the lower nature, living like Gollum, living like Smeagol. Yeah, clutching, on a journey to the higher nature, to live from the higher nature, to live in line with our higher selves, yeah? Doesn't matter about the words. Really, it's lower and higher. We've got our fallen nature. I've heard Elliot Hulse refer to it as the lower nature, baby. And it's an addict. It's clutching onto things. It's an escapist. It doesn't like to feel and be present in the here and now. Okay? Which is why it don't like meditation. The lower self don't like meditation because meditation is present, being here in the here and now. The higher self is the patient one, the one that makes sacrifices for the future you, the one that is investing in your personal development, in your journey. It's leveling up, right? It's the compassionate one, it's the loving one, it's the disciplined one. Do you get me? It's the one that's on it. And you've probably felt both of these. Maybe it's 50-50 for you. Maybe it's a split. I don't know. Bottom line is this. We've got the lower nature. It's always trying to pull us down. We've got the higher nature. It's always wanting us, asking us to step up and rise up. Rise up to our potential. Yeah? And what is the trap of personal development that I'm sharing with you today is that as we level up, we forget where we've been. There you go. You can finish there. Hit subscribe, like. See you later. Literally, though, I'm not finishing the video there, but literally, it's that simple. We forget where we've been. Now, what happens when we forget where we've been? Because we've forced our way to grow. We've put way too much pressure on ourselves. We've forced ourselves through situations. We've just put another mask over the pain. We put this macho exterior on and we get really judgmental. We start looking down on people that are still there. We start looking down on people that are still in Jeffrey mode. People that are still in the lower nature. People that are still living like Gollum. We look down on them. We criticize them, judge them. Yeah? Spitting on them, metaphorically. I don't vouch for this. Why? Because I've been that guy. When I started my personal development journey, I first started coaching people. I remember I was coaching a young boy. He was 15 years old or even 13. And this kid was so weak that he couldn't have his bare feet on the ground without... He was making all these faces. He was making all these faces. He was like... I was like, dude, I can't coach you. I don't want to coach you. I don't want to train you no more. Like, you're just too much of a wimp. You're too much of a wimp. Now, I didn't understand, though, that back in the day, I was the same. When I was his age, I was the same. I couldn't see that. I didn't have any compassion. Compassion says, I understand you. Yeah? I understand you. And so, it really taught me a lesson that it says, listen, if you actually want to help people, you got to relate to them. And you got to stay connected to where you've come from. And how do we do that? Well, one way is that we don't rush our growth. We don't pretend to be over something when we're not actually over it. Yeah? We don't pretend that we've got that problem solved. For example, if I told you that I'd overcome all my fears, some people would say this nonsense, that they've overcome all their fears, that they don't experience fear, that they don't have fear, that they don't have doubt, that they don't have insecurity, that they don't crave. Are you mad? Everybody has a lower nature. Everybody has a shadow. If you didn't have a shadow, you wouldn't exist. Right? To exist casts a shadow. To exist casts a shadow. Do you get me? To be 3D here. Now when light shines on me, there's a shadow. So metaphorically speaking, to exist creates a shadow. So if you're saying you don't have a shadow, then it's not real. You're not real. in other words. And so I do my best now to stay connected to where I've been, to where I've come from. I reflect. I do meditation. I meditate with my inner child. I meditate and reflect on past experiences. I understand what was really going on there, the why behind the what. He was afraid. He was a wimp. He didn't believe in himself. What? Why? Why? If we understand why, this makes all the difference. So don't just rush your personal growth. I would not recommend that. I would say find a nice balance, because it can go too much on the other side where we're just figuring out why, and we're not doing anything. I've been there too. Find a balance between why am I stuck in this situation, and then what do I need to do to get through it. And I mean really why, not the surface level. I'm talking the deep why. So if you're binge eating, what is it that you're trying to fill really? You're not hungry. Someone that was just rushing their personal growth would say, oh yeah, I was just binge eating, just stuffing my face. I was a fat blah de blah, judging themselves. And therefore they'll judge other people when they see them. How hypocritical, how silly to make it through a difficulty. Let's say you've had a eating disorder. I was binge eating sugar. I couldn't stop eating. I couldn't stop eating to the point where I almost died. I almost killed myself. I wanted to die. I was smoking. And so what am I going to look at people that are smoking weed and people that are binge eating and people that are partaking in silly activity, damaging, self-damaging activity? Am I going to judge them for that? No. It's like, yo, let me help you see how this is you trying to fill an emotional hole, a deeper why, a deeper reason. If I can help you understand that, then you can start making your own steps forward. You can start unlocking and unleashing and rising up to your potential. Okay? But if I'm just sat there calling you a fat F, if I'm just there swearing at you and saying, that might work for some of us that are only responsive to abusive language, yeah. But a lot of us just feel lower for that. I know in my experience, I would just feel lower for that. That didn't motivate me so much. Or it didn't give me the real results that I wanted, which is to be a good man. A good man. Yeah, I don't want to be a bully. But I was a bully when I first started on personal development. I'd be judging everyone. So there's the bottom line of it. You can reflect on this. I could always share more on this. Maybe I will another time, but I'm about to go to the gym, so I have to cut this short today. Don't rush your personal growth. Remember where you've been, because you'll become a bully that judges other people that were in the exact situation as you. It's like, can't you understand that you was there? You sat there judging them. And I'll even hear people say, I can't understand why people do that. It's like, you were doing it last week. Reflect, man. If you understood why you were doing it, you'll understand why they're doing it. And this is when it makes all the difference. When we understand ourselves, self-knowledge, know thyself, then we understand the people around us. If we understand why we do things, then we understand why others do things. And this is very useful in navigating life. So I wish you well. I wish you well on your quest, dear brother. Look after yourself, yeah? Take care, nourish yourself, treat yourself like you're worth it, because you are. You're worth it, man. This ain't a L'Oreal advert. You're worth it. The best care, the best quality, the best woman, the best, family. If you're female watching this, you're worth the best man. Do you get me? So look after yourself. As I've already said, stay committed, stay focused, stay true. Strength, love, faith. There's the Trinity. Do something you're avoiding today. Do something you're avoiding tomorrow. Eat the frog. Get it done. You know you can. I know you can. Subscribe, like the video, hit the bell, comment, share your thoughts, share this with a friend, talk to me, baby, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.